a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
There's a box set. I was given a Winnie the Pooh box set and my heart sank. I'm gonna go on record and say this is the worst thing that's happened in 2026. But thank I've seen 2 of the 3 of these. We reviewed 2 of the 3 of these in the box set. I'm not gonna let these build up. There will not be a February is a Pooh month. Oh my God, 5 in 2027? No. Okay, we press play on this video. Oh, where has my Piglet gone is up first. Pooh's looking for something in his house. Pooh's looking for his hammer. No, my friends. Pooh is looking for Rabbit's hammer. Pooh lost Rabbit's hammer. There we go. Rabbit gives him a vague threat that being an idiot is going to get him in trouble one of these days, and like that ship sailed long ago, Rabbit. Luckily, there's never any consequences for any of these characters, right? We continue to look for the hammer. You don't want to know what I'd use a hammer on if I had one right now in my hand? Pooh thinks he's lost Piglet as well, and thus begins the waste of everyone's time. See, if Pooh looks around and he can't see something now, he assumes he's lost it. That's the plot of this episode. He suddenly can't see Rabbit, so he assumes he lost Rabbit as well. But you know, maybe their souls just finally did that one good deed or whatever, and these characters actually got out of 100 Acre Wood Purgatory. That's the one I want to see. Oh good, Tigger is here. Oh good, Pooh thinks he lost Tigger. Oh good, this tape has lost the plot. Oh good, I've lost the will to live. Pooh starts perving on Piglet in the shower now. Oh, so happy I found you. Pooh croons outside of Piglet's shower. Like this is a true crime Netflix documentary. We learn that Piglet is trying to teach himself to sing, and he's so bad at it, a tree falls. And Rabbit's like, I'm gonna need that hammer, Pooh. Sad trombone. Gone with the Wind is next, which you think would be copyrighted, but they use it, they don't care. And you guessed it, it's windy, okay? Have we done this one already? I spent the first 5 minutes of Gone with the Wind trying to see if we already reviewed it on a different Pooh compilation, and I can't find it. But luckily, all that's happened in the first 5 minutes is the wind sent Piglet flying like Mary Poppins with his umbrella all over the woods, but he's finally safe and inside now with everyone. So you guessed it, they're gonna with him. Pooh's like, let's open a window. What do you think, Piglet, you huh? The shark saw blood in the water, so now it's on. Never show weakness in the 100 Acre Wood, ever. Okay, Piglet ties bricks to his feet to keep him in place, so I imagine one of them is filling up the bathtub as we speak, or getting ready to throw him in the lake, right? Piglet's like, maybe I'll be safe underground then, and they move into the cavern with Beaver, and it doesn't work. He still almost dies like 6 times. They all decide to take Piglet home and have a staying inside party, so like COVID came to the 100 Acre Woods. Now they don't let Piglet outside ever. They convince him the only place he's safe is hiding under a chair, so that's how he lives now. And then the wind picks up even more, and Pooh is airborne, and he's stuck hanging from a tree over a cliff as you do. So now Piglet has a decision. He can leave and risk his life in the wind and save his friend Pooh, or stay inside where it's safe. And I don't know what, I know what I'd pick, but not our Piglet. He runs out and saves Pooh, and I'm waiting for some passive-aggressive comments in 3, 2, 1.
Well, Piglet, I was coming to save you from the wind.
Didn't let me down. Never lets me down. Love how predictable this show is. Okay, My Hero is up next. Also my favorite Foo Fighter song. It's still windy. We're going back to this. Piglet is being sent across the woods by a kite, screaming for his life. He lands on Tigger, and everyone was like, hey, Tigger, you saved Piglet's life. And Tigger's like, what? I saved his life? And I don't know what's happening, and I don't care. They argue about who saved whose life. Then Owl tells some story about how if you save someone's life, that person has to become your servant in return. And Piglet is like, oh, thank you very much, Owl. And now Tigger is like locked to Piglet's side 24/7, annoying him every second of the day. He goes, I'm your servant. Thanks for saving my life. So the plan is for Piglet to constantly risk his own life, put himself in dangerous situations, so Tigger will have to save him, and then they can break that curse or whatever. But since it's purgatory, like, he can't die. No one can die, so this plan isn't going to work. Everyone ends up saving everyone else's lives, so no one is a master and no one is a servant. But then we get this.
Who is still Piglet's servant. You hear that?
They throw a party for Piglet, and they think he's not going to come, but then Piglet does show up, and there's a bee character, and Piglet chews the bee, and he cries as all the other bees attack the character. Did I fall asleep and miss the transition to the next episode? Okay, Tigger saves him from the bees, and now he's not a servant anymore. It's done. One more. Why are there 4? Okay, why are there 4? Let's do it. Owl's feathers is last, thank God. Owl is losing his feathers. I think Pooh cartoons have given me ADHD, like I can't focus on this stuff anymore. They corner Owl, and they dump honey on him, and they try to stick all his lost feathers back onto him in true Pooh fashion. They just berate him, and they're like, if you're losing all your feathers, you won't be able to fly, and that's like all you do, that's all you're good for. And he just sits there sad as they cover him with feathers, and they tar and feather him, just humiliated. Everyone's taking joy in his misery. They live for this shit. The humiliation finally ends when they run out of jokes and run out of tar and feathers, and everyone just kind of stands there in silence. And then finally Rabbit goes, perhaps you should go home. So fucking awkward. This is the best one yet for everything I talk about Pooh being. Owl's at home sitting on his chair sad, and Piglet comes over and gives him a bouquet of flowers to cheer him up, but there's a bee inside the bouquet, and it stings him on the nose. As if it couldn't get worse. This is Winnie the Pooh. No one says anything about this. This isn't me being like woke or anything, folks. This is me pointing out for 6 years now that these characters threaten, humiliate, and are just mean and gaslighting to each other. Like, this is like prison. This show reminds me of Oz and the way they just with each other and wind each other up until they snap and do something, and then they're all like, whoa, what's your problem? They tell the depressed donkey to go cheer up Owl. That's funny. Then they start digging into Eeyore for being sad all the time, and he's like, attention back on Owl, everyone. Look, he sucks. He's all sad. He sucks. Owl, everybody. He diverts everybody back to Owl. Turns out Owl was never missing his feathers in the end. The feathers they found were from Christopher Robin's pillow. Silly old bear. Everyone laughs except Owl, who's like, guess I'm not going to die after all. What a fun misunderstanding today was.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.